Well, let's see. My dad was about 6'2" or 3.5", a big, tall man, very handsome, dark hair, dark eyes, had a great laugh. When I was a little kid, you know, you can't see anybody, but I didn't have to worry because I just looked up high and I could always see my dad coming, you know, because he was always about head and shoulders, because people weren't all as tall as they are now. So he was always the tallest person around. And I didn't bother to look straight ahead. I looked up high and there was my dad. And he was always very athletic. And he was a pitcher. And he had a chance to play professionally, but he didn't want to travel and be gone from his family so much, so he didn't do it. And I always wondered if he regretted it because it was a good opportunity, but he didn't do it. One of the things I guess I should say first, when we moved to Shelbyville, that was really great. We all loved it. And this is when the library became part of my life. And Mother was an avid reader, always was. And so we made lots of trips to the library, which I thought was great. And I also discovered my mother's mystery books. And so this was back when we had 2 cents a day and 3 cents a day books. So she read fast. And when she put the book down, I would pick it up and start reading. As long as she wasn't reading, it was okay. But if she had a minute to read, then I had to part with the book. Of course, I had more time than she did. But I think that was what helped me learn to read fast, because I didn't want to take the book back till I got it finished too.
Well, then he was a stone playerman for 9 years, and then during the Depression, he lost his job. And in 1933, he opened up a restaurant at the location of this old house, and of course added on to it. I was born and raised right there on Walnut Street, and used to ride tricycles up and down the sidewalk with the neighbor kids. Of course, all these houses that were along Walnut Street are gone now, and now there's nothing there but businesses. My mother was one of the hardest working women I ever knew. She was very active in the church, Red Cross. I worship my mother. She was just the greatest lady I ever knew. And she not only worked in the restaurant, but she took real good care of the 3 of us. And my mother only had, well, her father made her quit school, is what it amounted to, when she was 14 years old. Back then they did not have the law that you had to go to school, and my mother wanted to go so bad, but he said, no, women only have children and cook, and that they don't need to go to school to learn that. She always looked so neat, and everybody thought she was a college graduate because most of her friends were college graduates, but and if she didn't tell them, they all thought she'd graduated from college.
I fell in love with you the first time I looked into them eyes. You have a certain little cute way of flirting with them eyes. They make me feel so happy. They make me feel so blue.
Well, we met first time at Franklin College. It was a summer Baptist church camp, and I played ping pong with her once, and she beat me, and I wouldn't have any more to do with her.
The way I remember Doran is that he was quite the man around campus. He always had at least 2 girls on each arm and was strutting around all over the place.
Then we met again in college, and I saw her, and I says, I have seen that lady before. And I went up to her, and it sounded like the old line, but I said, I've met you before. But I couldn't remember her name. She said, well, you're Doran May. We met at Franklin College. Oh, yeah, Franklin Assembly.
There were tons of desks all over this great big room. And he would make these little detours around past my desk. And I knew he was coming because he snapped his fingers and you could hear him coming. He finally did break down and asked me for a date. I said I could stay with my friend Shirley at Esther Hall. Wednesday night was date night and they could have a guest. And Shirley had told me that I could stay with her. So he asked me for a Wednesday night, and that was our first date.
Well, of course, besides being a nice-looking lady, she was had a good sense of humor, and I liked to talk to her. And I know you gotta talk to your future partner or whatever, and so she had a great sense of humor. Talked to her, and boy, she could good kiss her too. So, I mean, you know, we just seemed to blend and got along good together, and she understood. We seemed to want the same things, you know, and I just liked everything about her.
Well, I thought he was one of the nicest boys I'd ever known. He was easy to get along with. We didn't argue about stuff, and he was just, you know, was comfortable and easygoing in it, and we had a good time together.
I was 19 when I got my marriage license, and at that time men had to be 21, and so she signed the papers so I could get married. And she told me I was too young, and I said, Mom, I got the girl I want. I don't want to lose her. I don't want to get married. Okay, so she went along with it. We planned December the 12th. Why, I don't know.
I don't either.
And I
not get married around Christmas. I asked Shirley to be my maid of honor, who'd been my roommate, and Doran's sister, Myrna. And so it was Shirley and Myrna, and
Judy was your flower girl.
Judy was my flower girl. Wasn't there one other? I was thinking I had 3 girls. Oh, Barbara. She was my good friend in Shelbyville. We'd been friends always since we were way back. And she was my other bridesmaid. And instead of carrying bouquets, we had muffs with flowers on them.
We, 9 months after we were married, we had our first child.
He was a very strong child. And when he was little, we had a bassinet. When he got, so he could reach up and hold on to the handles if they were over the top of the basket, and chin himself. He'd pull himself up, and he got to be very, very strong. And then we've got pictures of him holding him by his ankles, and he could just straight out like that. He'd just hold him, and he would just go right on out. They were totally opposite in appearance, but, you know, just both of them such precious babies. And I was so sorry that, you know, I had told Mike that he was going to have a baby sister. I don't know why I thought that. Well, the doctor always told me I was going to have a girl. I mean, he did that.
On all 4 boys.
All 4 boys. I got so
each one, he says, a girl.
This technique simply took me out this world. It filled my heart with joy and cheer. Told me the things.
And Brian came 2 years
later.
Right, exactly, almost 2 years later after Kip. And then we waited a while. I thought if we wait a while, we'll have a girl.
Years. No, the doctor told me I did not need to be back in there, and he didn't want to see me again in there. He said, you've had 3 children in 5 years, and he said that I was horribly anemic with Brian, horribly anemic.
Tim. It
He
was
didn't
such
want me to have any more
It was a
kids.
bad. She had a lot of trouble, both in the 9 months and also in the delivery. And once Tim was born, they told us that, well, she had negative blood. I had A positive. They said, you two shouldn't be having children. I says, now you tell us after 4. So that's when we didn't. That was it for sure.
With Tim, Emerson was my dad's middle name, and I just like Timothy. I don't know. Again, I don't really. I mean, didn't name him after anybody in particular. I just like the name.
Now we've got right now 12 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren.
We both like to play bridge. It's a lot of fun. And we do it with our friends, and we enjoy all our friends a lot. And for me, it's quilting. And I especially enjoy crazy quilting and embroidery work. And I've enjoyed that a lot. And again, I have good friends that I get together with once a week, and we have our quilting group.
I took up golf, and at first I used to think that golf was a stupid, crazy game. But now after playing it 12 years, now I know it's a stupid, crazy game. But I still enjoy it now. I really enjoy the challenge. You never perfect it. It's sort of like bridge. Every game's different. And you get outdoors and exercise, and you have some good friendships. And golf is I just hope I can keep my health so where I can play golf a good many more years. We have both enjoyed traveling, and I think traveling, I just love to go someplace, and I like going to places that are different that I've never been. And one of the best things about traveling is coming home. You appreciate your home so much more, but I still I'd like to either be ready to just get ready to take a trip or just coming home for one, because we really like to travel.
It's just a wonderful world, and I would never thought I would ever go to China and walk on the Great Wall. You know, that was something I saw in a picture in a history book, and I remember just standing there thinking, I can't believe I'm doing this. It was just like a miracle to actually be there.
That's something I'd like to impart is enjoy your family, enjoy your life, work hard at whatever you do, and invest in the future. Family and friends are really what makes this life worth living. And I've been blessed with having a good family and a lot of good friends, because that's what makes life all worth living.
You are so beautiful. To me, can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful. To me, you so beautiful.